I'm Vadd, and welcome to Nine Kings. This is a game that is still in early access. We're going to try one of the new kings today, which is going to be super fun. Last episode, we did a run as the King of Nothing. Today, we move on to the King of Spells. Very exciting. Looks like the King of Spells has a number of new cards. So we have the Citadel, which strikes our opponents with chain lightning bolts. The Wizard, a ranged troop, casts a powerful attack at a slow rate. The Warlock is a sturdy troop that deals melee area damage. Static, which makes unit attacks trigger a chain lightning ability, dealing +1 damage and +1 chain per stack. There's the Offering, destroy target plot to receive 3 random cards from our tomes. Okay. Combustion, unit causes area damage equal to 20% of its attacks when it kills an enemy. The Shaman, it'll buff allies' attacks damage based on its own damage. Interesting. Library, every year has a 50% chance of duplicating an enchantment of 1 adjacent troop. Very strong. And the Spire, which heals your units that are closest to death during the battle. There's a playlist with all of the 9 kings that are currently in the game. It looks like there's some coming soon still. But there's a playlist that has all the kings together if you want to check that out. So if you like this video, click like. YouTube channel members and the Patreon to support what I do. Let's get into this first one. Go ahead and get a fun drink, select the series playlist, and enjoy. If you're unfamiliar with 9 Kings, it's pretty straightforward. Here in the back, you can see it says we have 3 lives left. Okay. And we're going to place our Citadel. If anyone touches the Citadel, we lose 1 of our lives. We're currently on the easiest difficulty. I'll place it here in the back. Let's place it to the side this time. How about that? That's fun. Whoops. What a good start. We try again. I love this environmental change as well. This decision to have this kind of purpley zone with these rocks and stuff. I think that's fun. Okay. Let's think here. So this is a unit. Library. I think we throw down a unit first, and I think we can build around these wizards. I think they are a good card. So let's try and take advantage of the wizards. Let's put them down right here. So each turn, once you're down to 2 cards in your hand, okay, the round is going to start. That's kind of the gist of it. Every turn we're going to draw a card, and then we're going to play cards in our hand until we just have 2 cards left. And once we just have 2 cards left, then it will go right into the round. There we go. So here on the easiest difficulty, we shouldn't have too much trouble. Let's re-roll this once. Let's grab the Citadel card, and we can upgrade our Citadel. So right now, it deals 15 damage every 0.7 seconds. And now it does 20 damage every 0.7 seconds. We'll take that. Not bad. Ooh, okay, hold on. Double all enchantments of your active troops. Let's take the bonus crit damage. I think that's very strong. Let's go ahead and throw down the Demon Altar. So the Demon Altar is when a troop dies, I think it sends out these little demon guys, and they get stronger as troops die. So that's kind of fun. We're going to re-roll this, man. Well, no, we can take the Flamethrower. We can throw it down here. And then next turn we can delete it to try and level up the towers adjacent. I think that's a good play. Oh Lord, the prophecy has foreseen a blessing in 9 years. Double the damage of the card on the target plot in the year of the prophecy. There it is. Yikes. All right, let's go ahead and destroy this to upgrade. Well, do we have something better to put there? Nope. Done. Level up. Very cool. So leveling up our unit tile gives us more units with higher health points, and we have wizards, right? Gives us more units with higher health points, and in addition to that, it gives them more damage. So it's like a fantastic card to play. We're not really going to have a lot of struggles here in this early difficulty. I don't expect. I could be wrong. Oh, we're fighting the King of Nothing. Here we go. So by adding this card, this opponent into our potential enemies, it actually adds in cards from their deck to our potential or pool of cards we can draw. So that's always good. I don't really want to build the Quarry or the Flame Tower. I like the Spire. I just don't have a good plan for the Spire right now. I'll throw it there for a minute. Now, we're just trying to learn this deck, kind of how it plays, and figure out maybe some things we are going to struggle into. So this, oh, hey, there it is. The wizard going, and it is time to see the shop. Ooh. Let's grab the poison vial. I think that's going to be good. We're going to put it on our wizards here. And we'll level up those wizards, and we'll be into the fight. It is officially year 10. Very exciting stuff. Wild cards, Scout Tower, Archers, all good cards. We'll grab that wild card for the minute. And then we are going to pitch the Flame Tower for 9 gold. And run it forward. Not the Rainbow Army. Well, boy. Interestingly enough, our Citadel Tower here is still doing more damage than anyone else. At a pretty significant amount. We just have 1 troop, so let's go ahead and take that Gigantify maybe. Even if we don't play it right away, I think it's a very strong card. New tile unlocked. So currently these wizards are tier 3, which is very exciting. Oh, I think we Gigantify them. It's going to double their health, HP, and damage. I'm not really interested in doubling this card's health, but the HP and damage, the damage is what we really care about, right? Man, they still are doing less damage than our base tower. I mean, the Citadel. A farm, yes. Finally. Oh, there we go. So the farm will add 1 unit to the adjacent troops every turn. So right now we field 27 wizards. And we will be able to move it forward. And next round we'll field 28. And then after that, 29 and so on. So it's a very, very strong card to have. All right. So we can turn 10% of all enemies into frogs. Nah. Double the amount of healing rays. Double the attack speed of your Citadel's lightning. Let's do that. I think the Citadel lightning's been hitting pretty hard. And let's go ahead and get this farm plot leveled up. That's huge. So it's going to add 2 units every turn. So now we're fielding 30 wizards. And the way this demon altars work, it says it summons 1 demon per level. Our blacksmith is coming in. What round are we on? 15. Ooh, kind of like to get this paladin instead, I think. I think we'd get a little more value from it right now. Should get a tanky unit in front. The demon altar. It says summon 1 demon per level for each dead ally, which is a little tricky to me. I assume a unit needs to die in order to get that bonus. That's a little unclear. Oh, we're fighting the King of Nothing. Oh my goodness. What are the odds of that? He's in the fight. He's in the fight. There's our blacksmith coming in. Awesome. Get that down. Huge, huge value there. So this tower here, the Spire is healing our units, and I'm not sure it's getting a lot of good value from kind of our current setup here. We'll pitch the, well, we'll play the Trapper, planning to Earthquake it in a little bit. What are these guys? Oh, the Trappers. I forgot. Oh, I don't think we've ever played the Trapper card. Just no interest in that Trapper guy. Okay, let's grab this tile here. And let's go ahead and Earthquake the Trapper. And let's go ahead and give Static Shock to these guys. Everybody's happy. Absolutely blasting these dudes. Man, those trebuchets do not mess around. It is pretty crazy that we got 2,000 damage. You know, pretty significant amount from just our citadel, just our headquarters, our main building, our town hall, our home location. I think we're going to turn off the citadel just for this round, just to see how it's doing without our input, you know? Do we level up the blacksmith? No, I think we take the wild card and make sure. Oh, double the attack speed of your citadel's lightning bolt again. Let's take the gambler. I like that one. Just get the extra card. We're going to turn off the citadel. We're going to upgrade the farm to its final tier of 3. Just want to see how the troops do without that. Because we still have the healing. You know, we've got the paladins. We've got the wizards. We've got the demon altar. Hopefully, you know, getting something done. It's definitely looking like a wizard army is not the way to go. Look at that. All right, we'll turn the citadel on. There we go. Well, that's really good to know. The citadel just does not have enough kick to support. Do we go cauldron? I do like that cauldron. Yeah, that's really good. Then it actually makes me think maybe we should be going Corey. We weren't going to, but now I'm rethinking it a little bit. Like, I could see the damage was significant, but I didn't quite fully appreciate just how underpowered my troops were. I mean, we're fielding, you know, about 40 wizards. Are we gonna make peace with somebody? Let's get rid of the King of Stone. No, we've got these walls I'd like to upgrade. We'll get rid of the King of Blood. There we go. Demon altar at the 3rd tier here. Summon 1 demon ally per level for each dead ally grows permanently stronger. So currently this has 85 health and 22 damage. My paladins here have 37 health and 18 damage. So this demon altar ally dude is actually pretty significant. Maybe we need these imps, fast aggressive troops with many small units. Maybe just something to take the edge off or something, right? We're going to try again to take off the citadel. Never mind. I mean, we're going to get wrecked. So we are outnumbered by a good bit, but I really thought these wizards had more kick in them than they seem to. All right, and we'll go from there. Try again to let them blast. Versus the King of Nothing, that scoundrel. No. We need something in front of those mages, and we just did not get enough paladins down, it seems like. Interesting. All right. Ooh, these are just good tiles. Now, the right answer is probably a bit of a debate. I think we should probably go farm, scout tower, cauldron. Get rid of those imps. Oh, but our citadel's doing so much work, and it's at level 2. Let's grab the farm. It's definitively good. Let's grab the citadel. It's doing work. We'll grab the scout tower. Do we have a little more money? No, we're out. That's it. All right, we'll upgrade our citadel to that 3rd tier. And I think the best play is to get rid of this imp if we can. I think instead we'll hold off on the farm for just a minute if we can. We get down the scout tower and we get down this cauldron. We put a scout tower where these guys are. And then a farm here. I think that's a winning strat. If we can hold on to those cards. And find a way to get rid of the imps. Because I really thought that the wizards could be kind of our carry unit. That's just not the case. All right, so far so good. As it's really our Citadel that's doing the most damage. Even though these wizards are... They're seriously buffed up. Ah, new tile. Awesome. Awesome. Grab this bad boy. Did I misclick? I guess so. We didn't get anything. Okay. Just how that goes sometimes. Oh, man. These ballistas, man. I keep calling them scorpions, but, like, they do not mess around. It's a third-tier cauldron. We're really hoping to get rid of these imps. The King of Nothing's here. Don't worry about him. He rules over absolutely nothing. That scoundrel. Let's go Poison Thorns. It's a good one. Get a blacksmith upgrade in as well. That's huge. And dump the wizard tower. Good way to get rid of those imps. We're coming up on round 33. I feel confident we're going to win, but I definitely am not confident that what we're doing right now makes sense long term. There it is. Get rid of the imps. And then we're going to put down that scout tower. And upgrade this farm. Awesome. There we go. So this cauldron does get poison damage to all of our dudes. Yeah, the Demon Altar, it is tier 3. It does have a blacksmith boost in it, and it's just not very impressive. Do we have an open tile? Ooh, are we going to have an open tile? Ooh. We're going to have the elves, why not? All right, paladins, there we go. Steel coat the wizards. And the elf, we will, tier 33, we can throw him down. She'll be fine. Turn off our home tower again, see how they do. I think I had it on for part of the fight. I mean, I really thought these wizards would do just a little more. I know I keep saying that, but it keeps hitting me. I mean, there's 75 of them dealing 100 damage a pop. They have 6 stacks of chain lightning, 20 stacks of explosion, 14 stacks of poison, 3 stacks of steel coat, so they don't take any bonus damage at the start. And they're just not doing a whole lot. It's the way it feels, at least. Maybe it's their attack speed is too slow. I feel like they got more kills from poison than they did from anything else. King of Nothing is leading his final assault. We must play all of our cards. Okay. All right. I don't have any open tiles. No problem. Don't worry about it. All right. This is the final round of the Squire difficulty. We're going to go into a higher difficulty after this, but we just do not have a winning strategy just yet. Your kingdom has thrived. We've gone up 1 difficulty level, and we're going to see if we can't maybe build around Warlock since we got it in our opening hand. I think maybe that's a pretty strong card. if only because it says it's a sturdy troop, and maybe that's just a little better off for us. Oh man, but I like these paladins. Oh boy. We'll grab the wild card. I think long term it's got more value. But let's build around warlocks if we can. I think that's got some real potential. They have a little... Oh, these are all good cards. Yay. We'll grab the library early. Why not? I think maybe what we need to do with these warlocks... Because the mage is just, guys, like the wizard dude, he's just got a little too slow kind of attack power and stuff early on. Your wizards now have 100 attack points, but only 1 HP. Nope. Reroll this. Double the amount. Every time your enemies attack. Yeah, Poison Thorns is great. We'll grab that. We love that. Let's go ahead and throw down a paladin here. Yeah, we'll take that. Interesting, the paladins lined up behind our warlocks. So at base level, warlocks have 33 health. Paladins have 37. And again, base level here, warlocks have 2 damage. Paladins have 8. And 0 crit chance, 5 crit chance. Interesting. Those paladins are just a good unit. They just are. Just having something that tanky, you love to see it. Grab the quarry. I don't know if we're going to get to build it, but you have 20 gold. All right. So we have less than 20 gold in the Year of Prophecy. Good things could be happening for us. Love to see it. We're going to pitch this combustion spell. In last episode, I talked a little bit about, I had this idea to be careful what buff we let the library buff. And I feel like there's maybe kind of 3 that are really high value. Not static, not combustion. I think those are good. Those are really good. But I think the steel coat is maybe the best one. We'll throw on the quarry and then pitch it. Even though it powers up our citadel, I think the citadel being our hardest hitting building is okay. But there it is, steel coat. Awesome. That's what we're looking for. Fresh king coming in. All right. So we're going to destroy this plot, get new cards. There we go. Let's throw down the steel coats on these guys. And now that's the only buff we're going to give them, and that is what is going to potentially be stacked. Okay, so we can actually do something interesting here. We can clone. We can get the library, level it up to 3. And we can, maybe get the warlock leveled up to 3 as well. I think that'll be strong. And we'll throw this down, but we're going to plan on pitching it, I think. That'll be all right. Maybe there for now. Probably should have on the corner, but it's all right. And so in my head, if we know that our tower does big damage, then all we're trying to do is... Whoop. Okay, hold on. Warlock and Paladin. Warlocks are level 2, Paladins are level 1. So let's go ahead and grab the Warlocks and Paladins. Awesome. Awesome. All right, Warlocks are level 3, Paladins are level 2. And we can clone the Paladins, get them to level 3. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we're in a really good spot here at Yeartown. I like where we're at right now. Cauldron's nice. Get that poison damage. Very tempting. Grab the quarry for the minute. And we will earthquake the walls. And we have another walls. Of course we do. Oh, that's the one we had. Right. We will... Let's go ahead and throw down the quarry. I think we can get good value from it. It can be up here. As anything that's making our citadel, right, our main building hit harder is better. Hey, by the way, this rainbow army, I think it's just a guarantee you're going to get one of the rainbow cards in the draw here. I think that's fun. All right. Let's grab the shrine. It's just going to keep our buildings leveled up. We don't really have a lot of buildings right now, but I think it's just really strong. throw it in the corner and not think about it. So it's going to be costing us gold. We're just not going to have money to spend. But it's going to be leveling things up. Hey, it actually leveled itself up. It says every year randomly upgrades something. There it is. Steel coat. Awesome. So we should throw these on the paladins. And then one of these two guys are getting that steel coat. And the whole idea there is that the longer they're alive, the more likely they're killing enemies. Okay, that's it. There's nothing tricky about it. Receive 9 free rerolls. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take some of that action. We'll throw down the flame tower, and then we will destroy it. It's getting destroyed next turn or in the near future. It's a good tower. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I'd rather have the 30 gold right now. And the vault. I do like the vault. We'll keep that one. Just be bringing gold in passively. Love to see that. And there's that quarry again. Oh, we made a mistake. I forgot. We don't need to do this because of the passive, the upgrades. Right. I forgot we have the shrine. The shrine is fantastic. It's spending our gold to upgrade our buildings. And that's what I want. Makes me happy. I think we've got this run in the bag. Again, we're not on too hard of a difficulty, but I think what we've been building here actually might... We gave them attack speed. It's probably not the best thing, but it's not bad. What we're building here, I think, actually will scale. I think we can do this on higher difficulties. I do believe it. Drop the walls. I forgot we have these 9 free rerolls. We got to use these. Our Citadel could use a level. The wild card's pretty fun too. I think our paladins are topped off. We'll grab the wild card. Hey, we get a new tile. Yay. We'll grab the Citadel again. Let's take the overinvest. I think this is a strong card. We spend some gold, but we're able to just buff up. Let's go with the warlocks. See if we can get them to be a little stronger. And here in year 20, let's turn off our tower to see how our troops do. Now, there's only 19 of them, which is pretty tough. Versus 92 opponents. It looks like they're getting it done. All right, I feel a lot better about this strategy here. So it does seem like we double the enchantments of all your active troops. Wow. So we have 11 stacks on the Warlock and 12 on the Paladin. Let's grab that. So they went to 22 stacks and 24. Oh my goodness. And let's earthen work this quarry, open up these tiles. Very nice. And we've got another quarry we can throw down. So we shall. Perfect. Yeah, I feel a lot better about when my army can win some fights and it's not just up to the main building to do it. We only have 19 troops still, which does not feel great. We really would love to get a farm down. But if these guys can get it done all by themselves, I mean, this is huge. And I think the only reason it's working, hey, we have rerolls. Let's just burn the rerolls. Ah. I think the only reason it's working is these guys are level 3, aren't they? Of course they are. I think those stacks of steel coat, like this is kind of specific to try and get this to work. Ooh, how about versus the King of Greed? 105 troops versus 19 again. Brutal. All these zeros in gray you're seeing are the steel coat taking that first hit. Wow. I'm actually kind of a little shocked just how dominant this is. All right, we got the beacon up. We can increase our attack speed here. We'll take that action. still have our main building off. Look at the trebuchets. Those little scorpion ballista boys back there. Died to poison damage. Feels so good. Those guys have just ruined my run more than once. I'll tell you what. Earthenworks to open things up, it looks like. We'll take that. Oh, man. This is probably not, like, the perfect setup, but I feel like it's pretty good. I think maybe we could even... I don't know. I'm still thinking about the perks we maybe want to build into. Oh, my goodness. Got one library here, but we can double this up. No reason not to. And then we can dump the wizard. Don't need it. We have what we need. We've got some tanky troops, and we've got some damage in our tower back here, which we're going to turn back on so we can keep steamrolling them. Blacksmith, awesome. I mean, that's a good fit for us as well. Get some more damage on these guys. Even though I feel like their job, like we've built them, it's more important for them to survive. The longer they survive, the better, especially since we don't have any farms. It is allowing our core tower just to do the damage, which is fine. We can live with that. Destroy target plot, receive 3 random tone cards. Okay. Let's grab this one. And let's destroy the walls. Why not? Overhaul. Destroy target plot to level up 2 random plots. Okay. Let's get rid of the attack speed. Let's clone a library. Let's throw down a library. And let's go ahead and destroy the overhaul. Nah. Let's throw the wild card onto the library for the minute. Just more chances to stack up steel coat. Maybe can have more survival. Hey, the farm. We finally got a farm and we don't have a way to use it. Ah, that feels terrible. Well, we could destroy the library. Ew. Now, we'll destroy one. We already have several of them, and we can put the farm right there on these warlocks here. We have 9 of them in the stack, which is nothing impressive, but it's the tile we have absolutely stacked up with the blacksmith and libraries, so it's probably the way to go. We're going to re-roll this. Your support buildings apply their effect one more time. Perfect. Grab that farm. So right now, a top-level library will attempt 3 50-50 rolls at trying to improve, or trying to add an additional stack of a unit enchantment. And now, instead of having 3 tries, they have 4 tries of a 50-50 chance. So I feel pretty good about that. Squire might not be a bad thing to build into. Might not be great, but heals your units. Seems like it's fine. And it gives us a tower that if we want to destroy, we won't feel bad about. Look at the entire back line here of the King of Nothing. Just eating poison damage, dude. They keep shooting us and stacking it up. Grab that farm. We'll grab the steel coat and earthenworks and the mortgage, and we're happy. All right. Oh, the farm is leveled. Ooh, shoot. Well, let's earthenwork this. Open these tiles up. And then we can throw down the spire and hit it again. And then we will drop a steel coat on these guys. We'll hold the farm. Let's go ahead and unload this spire for healing, troop healing here. Oops, we did not mean to put that one there. Not a big deal. There we go. Destroyed. I feel like the King of Stone before year like 40, very manageable. After year 40, that dude just loses his mind. And you're like, oh my goodness, go away. I don't want to see you. Like, he just gets absolutely unhinged out there. We are at year 32. Oh, man. The King of Nothing is leading his final assault. We must play all of our cards. Let's drop the offering card here on the regen tower. We got an earthquake and a procreate. Ugh. That's a bummer. All right, we'll throw this down the paladins. We will... I think we throw down the farm and then we overhaul it for the free upgrades. There were no free upgrades. We'll throw down the trebuchet and we'll overhaul it with the earthquake. And we'll throw down the trebuchet. Right here's fine. There we go. Yeah, we're going to smack this guy. We'll turn off our core building for just a minute, too. Oh, we lost one unit. Panic, panic. Turn it back on. Just kidding. So we have 45 troops. They fielded their champion of nothing, as well as 274 dudes. And I mean, just doing damage. Very tough stuff. Very cool. Your kingdom has thrived. Yay.
So I fought my way through Peasant, Squire, Knight, Lord, and Baron difficulty. And I think I have a strategy that's working pretty well for the King of Spells here. We're going to try out together on the Count difficulty. And it revolves around one specific perk. I noticed that we have a bonus here that says libraries have a 5% bonus success rate. I thought, you know, we can build around that. I think, and just, it's not a lot, right? It's just 5%, right? But that 5% bonus, I think, is significant. Significant enough that I really do feel like we can build around it. So I have an idea for trying to get this to work, but I don't quite have it down just yet. So it starts off, oh, these are good opening cards. Okay, I'm happy with this. So basically we do want to be stacking these libraries on the one unit. And I've decided of the 3 units we start with, the strongest option is definitively the Warlock, at least right here at the start. It's a little tanky, it does a little bit good damage, and it's just good enough to move us in a good direction. So you can see every year the library has a 50% chance of duplicating an enchantment of one adjacent troop, and we already got it. Here it is, Steel Coat. So this is the enchantment. It cancels the first hit the target unit would take every battle. So by putting Steel Coat on these guys, that first hit they're going to get is going to be 0 damage. And then the library rolls it again. So you can actually see they already have 3 stacks of Steel Coat here on year 3. This is quite literally the most perfect optimal start imaginable here for this faction, as best as I can tell. Because I think the Citadel is we'll take the crit damage. I think the Citadel, our main structure here, is our hardest hitting building. And there we are, year 4, a tier 3 library that's going to be stacking up that invincible frame, right? Where they're just going to take an absolute amount of 0 damage on those opening hits. And so even if we don't get our hands on some of the nicer, just some of the nicer cards to get your army built out, we actually have what we need right now to finish the entire run. I feel like I feel really, really confident here. We don't always get such strong cards at the start, but it should be really easy here to just keep making good decisions and snowball this. All right, the Prophet has seen a blessing. You have a troop card in the target plot by the year, double the number of units, and it's that plot there. I have no intention of putting a troop plot there, so it's wildly unlikely that that's going to be beneficial. We are going to, I think, put down the vault to destroy it. Or, yeah, I think we'll do that. For now, this is a fine card. It'll generate a little monies for us, just a little extra 3 gold each round. Nothing too crazy, but what we really want, I think the icing on the cake, is because we know that we're just relying on our citadel, our castle, for the damage. And because we know, there it is, the blacksmith and the farm, it's the last 2 units we need. But I've noticed you only get these if you have, a king of nothing in the rotation. So on the open, it says who your enemies are, and those are the cards who we get those are the decks. Those are the kingdoms who we get access to their stash, right? And so this is your, so if we want access to the King of Blood's deck or the King of Progress, then we would pick either one. I don't really like either of their decks right now. Maybe I'll change my mind about that, or maybe I'm misunderstanding something there, but that's my current understanding. And we will go into we'll level up the vault for now. I wasn't planning on keeping it, but we might. But I think the one tile that is the biggest power bump for us at this point, beyond a farm or another library or a space, ignoring those support buildings, definitively it would be the temple. I think the temple would be a pretty big game changer right now. Here we go. I think long term we plan on selling for the record, I know we got bullied that round, but we have put out 3 troops versus 32. And even though Steel Code is here, we're lucky enough, fortunate enough to already have it. So we're going to actually walk away from this and keep our money for the moment and just keep upgrading our damage tower. And those 3 dudes currently have 15 stacks of negating damage. And you can see here, they're outnumbered 33-3, and they survived just long enough for our wizard tower, our citadel up there, just to blow them up. Grab the overinvest card, hold on to it for a little bit. I think it's a really, really strong card. I was hoping we could do something more fun with the wild card, but I think year 12 is an expansion, a battle, a royal council, the baby boom. I know somewhere in here we get the rainbow army, and that's the first real chance we have at. We're going to go ahead and actually buff up our tower. We've got the money. That's the rainbow card is the first chance. The rainbow army. There it is. Oh, we messed up. Well, maybe we didn't. We'll see. This is the first chance we have at getting the temple card after the merchant. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Moment of truth. We got the ogre, gigantifying patronage. We're going to re-roll. Raising patronage echo form. We're going to re-roll. Shrine raising scapegoat. We're going to re-roll. Echo form, ogre haste. Another re-roll. Okay, these don't have it either. This one's going to cost us 10 gold. Okay, this next roll is going to be 20 gold. This next roll is going to be 30 gold. And we have 39 gold and we need 40 for a roll. That is just such a bummer. We'll take the patronage. We can use that. That is an absolute bummer. All right, let's go ahead and build out in this direction for now. We'll go ahead and throw down the patronage on our castle. Get those 6 levels there. So it's 4 plus another 3. Awesome. Man, how many rolls was that to not get the temple? I think the temple would be the biggest buff in that section for us right now, because that 10%, there's the farm. Perfect. Perfect. I really want to put the farm here, but we can put it on the side for now. It's not the worst thing we could do with the farm. I would have preferred to get it here instead of on this side, but we can work with this. That's fine. So those are the 3 core buildings we need to keep this army in a strong position. So the library is giving it more survivability. The blacksmith in the middle is giving it more damage, and the farm is giving more troops in the formation. And from here, we can snowball. I think we could just about... I think our library is... Yeah, 3. Man. All right, let's see here. Let's actually take the crit chance. I know doubling the attack speed of our citadel is huge. But just a flat... Like, our citadel has a 40% chance to crit. I just feel like long-term we can do good stuff with that. Let's see what level this blacksmith is. Okay. Let's go ahead and throw this on the blacksmith. See how things shake out from here. And next round, we will have doubled our army size from what got us here to begin with. Awesome. This is what we're looking for. Something like this so we can just shred it up. Throw it down, shred it up. We officially have 22 stacks of that steel coat, that damage negation, which feels awesome. And just getting a couple more soldiers in like this, huge, huge value. I'm just really confident in... I wish it should visually show the Citadel's cap. I think it can keep going. Oh, baby boom. Here we go. Yep, fail. Surprise, surprise. All right, let's go ahead and burn this one here. Ooh, these are good ones. These are good ones. Okay. What's the best play? I think we throw down the library and then we overhaul it. I think that's strong. That'll level up 2 other plots. There we go. And then let's see here. We could go ahead and get the farm juiced up another stack so it's at top level. And that's our turn. But it's a good year for the kingdom here, in the kingdom of magic. Can you tell how strong this is once we kind of get it online? I think, right? Not sure, but I think we can get this running on our... Let's go ahead and top off the blacksmith. I think we could legitimately get this up and running on the highest difficulty. I'm not sure yet. I feel like maybe there's a little more refining we could do to improve it. But I think this is the strategy I want to try and work with on the king difficulty. It does feel like it's a little bit overly reliant on getting like just the right stuff. But I also kind of feel like the things that we're asking for it to get are kind of the things we're going to like stumble into for the most part. For example, I think we're going to get a library, and I think we're going to be able to get a troop card, right? And then it just kind of comes down to, do we get the warlocks? I think we could do this with the mage, right? I think we could, but I'm not real confident in that. But I think we could. So do we get the warlocks? Because I think it's optimal with those guys. And then how long until we get the steel coat can we last? Because without the steel coat, they just get blown up, and it doesn't give our mage tower here, whatever it's called, the citadel, our castle, it doesn't give that structure time to scale up and get the damage it needs, which is a bit of a bummer. But we got lucky with the blacksmith early. We got really blessed to have that steel coat or whatever it's called early. And, got our library stacked up early. So here at year 21, we are officially... Ooh. Let's re-roll this once. Okay, Poison Thorns is really strong, but we've got money to spend. Let's try again one more time, see what we can get. Your support buildings apply their effect one more time. I think this is better. So currently we're sitting on 29 stacks of damage negation, which just feels like monstrous, right? I mean, it just feels like an absolute kingly amount of resources. We're going to eat that building later. Oh, man. Can you tell it's coming online? We lost almost no troops, and not only that, but a third sacrifice. Dude. All right, here we go. This is going to level up the gold building here. There we go. All right. I mean, we have 35 dudes out there. We lost maybe 3 of them. It happened so fast. Overinvest. Perfect. All right. They want us to make peace with one of the enemy kings. We can try and do that. You know, we'll think about peace. And we'll do the King of Blood. I don't have too many of his units down. I'm trying to get cards for. And we're going to overinvest in... Again, for perspective here, this building is doing damage of 365. Okay. With a 40% crit chance. We'll throw this on top. And we'll check what it is next turn after everything kind of finishes here. Just for a little perspective on, like, how strong is it becoming, right? Oh my goodness. Well, I think a library would be stronger, but I don't hate grabbing that farm. We will grab the farm for the minute. So we went from, we're at 455 this round, which is pretty tremendous. Warlocks are level 3. We'll throw down the farm over here. We're planning on just destroying that building to buff up our citadel or whatever else we can put here. I'd like to get another defensive tower. So 455 coming into this round on our citadel. And just another round later here, we're sitting on 492. I mean, it's going up like 50 damage each round, which is just tremendous. Okay, hold on. Ooh. Well, I think the quarry's the best pick for us. And we can leave. So we're going to throw down the library and throw down the quarry. And that should be good. So the quarry is going to put more damage onto our damage dealing building, which is our citadel here, our castle. And the library is going to get more defense on the warlocks, as they have everything they need at 42 stacks of damage negation there. So I'm pretty thrilled with this setup. I feel like this is the way forward. Like, I think this is just really, really strong. Let's go ahead and throw that wild card on this library here. I think there's definitely some debate around, do you put that blacksmith in the middle, or would a third library get more value? As part of me feels like a third library might be more valuable than the blacksmith, especially once we get the quarry online, because they're basically doing the same function, because I'm not really relying on these warlocks, or what are they called? Warlocks? Yeah, warlocks for damage. So I'm very, very tempted to get rid of that blacksmith and go into a library. I think that would be another really strong choice. We'll see how it shakes out, though. Oh, the libraries are stacked up. Oh, well, then we're at the decision point. Dude, I wasn't prepared to be here this quick. Well, I think we sacrifice this blacksmith just to try and take advantage. We are the king of the magic lands, right? King of magic or whatnot. And so, as the king of spells, apparently, or maybe king of magic is copyrighted by some hoopla. Listen, as the king of spells and sorcery and all things fun, which maybe is excessive, I think maybe... There it is, scout tower. Darn. See, like, the scout tower would have gone here and scaled with the blacksmith as well. And the quarry, like, that would have been really strong. They got us. All right, we'll re-roll this. We'll get our blacksmith back. Oh, man. Take the wild card. It's a good card. Get down that next library. Our libraries are starting at the 2nd stack, which is nice. We just need to get 1 upgrade to get to 3. Which I think next round is the Royal Council. There we go. We've got quite a bit of spending money. So we should be able to, hopefully, double the enchantment of all your active troops. So that's really, really good. We can go from 56 to 100. Yeah, why not? So they have 112 stacks of complete damage negation. So each of these 59 warlocks has to be hit no less than 112 times individually, and then the 113th shot deals damage. Oh wait, they just got 119 stacks. Yeah, so now they negate the first 119 hits. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I have no idea how these enemy armies are even hurting them. There must be something we don't know. As the Spelllands Rebellion Force here is killing my guys. Mercy. One reroll. We will take that. No, it is a 3rd tier library. I'll take the offering. We might destroy a building for that. Whoops. There we go. We'll plan on wrecking that building. Here we go. Year 30, an absolute dominant run. King of Spells here. I'm like super thrilled with how well this has worked. I wasn't sure that this would be as effective as it has been, because maybe there was a cap on how many of these you can stack. And we're at 125 for some perspective there. Or maybe there's a cap on, yeah, we still don't have it. The temple, like I said, the temple I think will be really one of the better. Sacrifice this, bump up our base. Maybe it's at its cap, 6+3, I'm not sure. All right, round 31. Dominant. Absolutely dominant. An overinvest card, awesome. Awesome. Throw that down. And next round is the victory round. Feeling good about this. So there is a bit of a kind of an endless mode after this we can go into. I think we'll save that for the king difficulty so we can really get an understanding of how strong are we with this strategy, as I feel pretty good. All right, we've got a number of fun cards here we're going to try and work with. So we have to play all of them. We're going to overinvest into our castle building. We will hit the army with the Procreate for +9 units. We're going to clone the Quarry for bonus damage. We're going to throw down another steel coat. And coming into year 33, here's what we've got going on. Ready? We have a minimum of 139 strikes to all 84 of these guys individually before they take damage. Our core building here is dealing 1,000 damage a hit. And looks like hits are 1.4 seconds with a 40% crit chance. But when I start the round, it's going to re-roll all the libraries. It's going to stack up 1, 2, 3, 4 more dudes into this pile. It's going to put 2% plus another 2% here, plus another 2% from overwork back on our tower. Like, we're absolutely stacked up here. You'll love to see it. Let's go ahead and smash this guy with I don't know. Should we say prejudice? Are we feeling like we're a little vengeful here? Who is this guy? Is this the King of Greed? Oh no, they brought the Champion of Greed. Oh no, we lost 6 guys. 7. We lost 12. What are we gonna do? That Champion of Greed, it's over, dude. It's all over. The King of Spells is here to stay. Take your greed elsewhere. Your kingdom has thrived. Thank you, thank you. Look at the gold collected on this run. 534. I mean, that is just mind-boggling how much gold we got this run. I guess we just did not spend a lot of it, and/or getting down the vault early is really nice. I do wish we could see a little more data on some of these troop counters, you know, how much value they provide on things. I've officially fought my way as the King of Spells all the way up to the King difficulty here. And as far as perks goes, currently we're sitting on 3 of the free rerolls. So we get 9 of these. We get an ability to bump up our base. Should be plus 10 times. We'll see how that works. And libraries have a bonus 5% success rate. That's all we're working with right here. I had some really tough runs at Prince and Duke where we just never got the cards we needed, but we were able to just squeak through it as the Citadel is such a monster of a tower. There are other kings in 9 Kings, and there's a playlist with all currently playable kings available for your viewing pleasure. So if you want to see some of the other runs with the other kings that we have access to as of the current early access state of the game, go ahead and check out that playlist. King difficulty here with the King of Spells. We're going in hot, and hopefully we can get a little lucky. All right. I would have loved to have gotten just one more level up so that we could get our hands on a better strength for our little tech tree. I would have really liked to have been able to get the tech tree to get one bonus plot. I think that just has a lot of really, really good value. All right, so the goal here is very similar to what we were able to pull off earlier on, but we might not be able to do it. As I've probably had a good, 5 to 10 rounds where it just quite literally never happened. We just were never able to get the thing we wanted running. So I'm not sure we can do it. I think it is a winning strategy, but oh man, we're the king of spells, not the king of, good luck. So we'll see how it works out. That will be kind of a fun king, a king of good luck. It would probably be just too overpowered, right? It would just be too consistently good. We have 3 rerolls. I don't like to burn them this early, but I just don't love any of these 3. We'll go Sharp Blades just to save our 9 free rerolls, because I genuinely believe we do need to get the temple. I think the passive bonuses it provides is so significant that for this setup, for this army, it's such a giant power bump that not having it really feels bad. Oh, man. Here we go. And we're in a good place. I mean, we're consistently getting cards that are letting us level up the towers that we're going to be using, so I don't feel too mad about where we are. I would have preferred if we already had like a library, a blacksmith, a farm, just some of those really good support buildings, as it does not feel good to lose a heart this early in the run. So there's a library. Take that. It's going to be a blessing coming up in 9 years, a baby boom, and yeah, we're not going to have something on that tile. Unlikely. Very unlikely. Get our first library in. I've noticed as the King of Spells, the libraries start at tier 2 of 3. Makes me wonder if that's some kind of a bug. I think this run is a bust. We're just going to... There we go. We got a Warlock. Okay, there we go. At least get a few more of them down. So 6 in the stack. I still think it might be over. That might just be too little too late. It's probably going to be decided either on this round or the next round. What the next cards are, if we can win. Or if the round ends here. As we're getting absolutely just spanked on this one. It's over. It's over. Our kingdom has perished. We did not have enough for a level up, which just feels terrible. So even though we got so close on that last round to getting enough XP to level up, we did not. So we're actually in the exact same position we were last time. Maybe a little worse off because we didn't have nearly as good a start opening hand. But that's okay. We're going to work with what we've got. We'll see what cards we get. We'll see what bonuses we get access to. We'll work with what we've got to get it done. Because the King of Spells definitely has a few good tricks up his sleeves. Get this farm down, even though we don't have someone to farm yet. Somebody's getting farmed, I'm telling you what. About to grow some troops. Oh, man. Oh, I think like one more hit and we had him. All right, so we've got to take the Warlock. We're going to burn one reroll. These are just so bad. There it is, overwork. That's a really good starting one there. All right, we're snowballing. We've got the first kind of bit of our build done. We've got our unit we want to be blocking. We've got a level up or 2 on the Citadel for the damage. We've got a farm so we get more units engaged. This is a good place to be here in year 5 of our kingdom's reign. There's the seal coat. Awesome. Awesome. It's all coming together here. Boom. All we need is that library, and we're snowballing from there. Then we need a way to buff up our tower damage, but I feel pretty confident we'll either get a blacksmith or a overcharge or a Corey or just something. Oh, no! There's that library. So the purple cards are from our base deck, so we know we're going to be getting them. Or at least we assume we will, right? So we feel pretty good about that. All right, library coming in. And we officially have 3 stacks of steel coat. So remember, with steel coat, it completely negates the first damage it takes. So you can see these big grayed out zeros are the steel coat just tanking the hits. Oh, man. We're in trouble, though. If we lose 1 life, this whole run's over. It's over. They got us. Oh, my goodness. Too little too late here in year 7. Our kingdom has perished. Sucks to suck. Hey, we got the level up this time, though. There we go. Confetti for everybody. My preference is to get the start with +1 random unlocked plot. I think the stronger play is Mystic. Start with +1 random enchantment. Because if we can get lucky and get the one we need, That's huge for our run. So we're going to go with that. But I think having the starting space is probably more consistent. We're basically just hoping that we get, so we got static, which is not the one we needed, or we got precision. I'm not sure which. Either way, it was not what we needed. But I guess by having that bonus whatever in our hand, it does mean we get the extra 9 gold at the start, which is nice. I don't know. We could have, again, having the space definitively going to be better more often than not. However, getting lucky with the opening enchantment could just make or break the run right there. Because right now we're essentially in the exact same spot we've been the last 2 runs that have failed, except we've got 9 more gold than we did last time. I mean, that is the biggest difference. I mean, we've been able to level up our Citadel, and then we're just kind of praying that we get the cards we need a little bit here. And you might say to me, Vadd, you've got, what is it? Double the attack speed. This is what I'm talking about. Double the attack speed of your Citadel's lightning bolts. That's huge. Twice as fast? Are you kidding me? You've got wizards. Yeah, I don't know if I can make it work with wizards. I've lost a few like really good runs with wizards, I feel like. I blame the wizards, okay? Think they know things. You got to give those guys time to prepare. And the next thing you know, they'll be like, it's not my fault the building's on fire. It might be, you wizard. You fireball throwing fiend. All right. We're getting a little off track. Well, boy. That's right. I'm throwing out good cards because I have something that I think is going to be consistent if we can kind of get our way into it. There's our Warlock card coming in. Prophet's got some blessing. Baby Boom on the card we're not building troops on. Cool. It's a great tile, a nice advantage. We're just not going to make that happen. The Wizards. The Wizards just have too low attack speed, and they're way too, like their tankiness is so low that even if you stack up damage on them, or you stack up, yeah, see there's the Quarry. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's fine. There we go. There we go. So that's going to start snowballing more damage onto our damage-dealing tower, which is the Citadel, which is good. I think the only reason we survived last round was the double attack speed, which you're seeing coming in huge here. Oh, they got us. They got us. We need a farm, man. Oh, this is tough. These are all good cards. We'll go Warlock, just because we know it is going to definitively get another stack of Warlocks into our stacks. We have 3 Warlocks in the stack. Throw this down, should go to 6. There we go. All right. These are good towers, but I don't really want them. So we're going to go ahead and pitch the wizard. Here we go. Yikes. Man, good thing those snipers stand so far in the back line. Oh, man. No, no, no. Ah, we only have 3 of these. Double check. Warlock has a 2 stack. Throw this down, get it to a 3 stack. And darn, none of these are what we need. We're going to walk away. All right. That moment when you've built this library, it's a tier 2 building, and there's nothing for it to roll into. Mercy. Do we lose here? We've only got 2 warlocks left. Oh no, the Spell Kingdom Rebellion kills us on our run? No way, dude. Ugh. All right, this could be the run right here. It's year 1. It's a fresh run. Citadel's down. Well, boy. Let's go ahead and throw the wizard. Hit it with the offering. Boom. We get 3 over-invests. Wow. Okay, well. This may be the worst open we have ever had. As I don't think these work if you don't have the money. Right? So we have 9 coins, and there's 20 damage here. Let's see. Eats all 9 of our coins. Oh, so I do the math. Did it actually upgrade us? 21 damage. I don't know. That's weird. That is super weird. Yikes. Oh my goodness. Not a single card down. Elf. Mushroom Forest. Can we get a reroll here? I think we're going to have to. Okay, well, We'll just keep upgrading our citadel and praying, I guess. I mean, this is not looking good. Whenever you have 0 troops, the edge of the screen has this kind of reddish aura tint. And we're going to burn our free reroll again. Hey, the warlock. Yay. And overwork. Okay. All right. We can do something with this. Oh my goodness. Not our best start ever. But this could be the run still, you know? Got that farm coming in. There we go. I don't know, year 5, a warlock down, a farm down, our castle's got a few levels on it. We've got 1 overwork coming in. This isn't a bad spot to be at all. It's not. It's awkward. It's an awkward start. It is. Those are the facts. But it's not a bad start. All right, and we're not putting a troop card there. Nice try, though. All right, farm's level 2. Very nice. So I think it should add 3 stacks now, plus the overwork here. Should add 3 troops every round. That's good. And blacksmith is huge, but steel coat I feel like is harder to get our hands on. So let's put that down early. As I feel like we are going to consistently be able to get a library down. But steel coat is kind of the gamble. And if we don't get the blacksmith, we can still make this work. Just with the library and the steel coat. So I think it's the better pick. I really don't want to lose a heart here on turn 7, but looks like we're going to. Well, boy. We made it. We made it. All right. All right. We've got a life. Okay. Get our library down. There we go. Look at that. Get the King of Greed in the mix for no good reason. Go. Library in. Okay. So we've got 3 stacks of damage negation. We've got our farm, our library. Yay, this is coming together. Oh no. or is it? No. We lost a little bit on round 9. Okay, well. Never happened. Mulligan. I mean, every round is another chance to get more stacks of damage negation with the steel coat. And more warlocks for the spell kingdom. Because we are the king of spells. Well, boy. There's our blacksmith coming in. Huge. And the temple is in the slot. Oh, this actually might be the run. We're going to keep our money, even though library is a really good pickup here. We're going to hold on to it for the minute. Get our blacksmith down. And get our first temple down as well. Huge. So that temple just gives some building a random 10% bump in one of its stat lines. But we only have 2 possible buildings for it to upgrade. It can either upgrade our citadel or our warlocks. Nothing else is currently available to get upgraded by the temple, which means the odds are really, really good that it does one of 2 things. It either makes our citadel hit 10% stronger or 10% faster, okay? Or it makes our warlocks hit 10% faster or 10% stronger, or it moves their movement speed plus 10% or their attack speed plus 10%. No matter what it is, it's just good for us. Like the temple is... I think we've got this run in the bag. I know it's a little early, year 11, to say that, but I had another temple for free. We bring all these rerolls so we can make sure we get a temple, and we get the temple still. That is crazy. So right now our biggest obstacle is actually going to be space, because we don't have the king of, I think it's walls or stone or dirt or something, but he's got a bunch of cards to help us expand our base. And so we're basically locked into the tiles we have. And it's pretty much the biggest boon possible that we just so happen to get the cards that we need to make this strategy work here on the king difficulty. Now, I've said a few times in this series, if you're watching through the playlist, that king difficulty is the highest difficulty. It is. That is accurate. It's good. It's also important to understand that once you beat king difficulty, it unlocks king tier 1, king tier 2, king tier 3. It just endlessly adds numbers to king difficulty. So there are increasing challenges if you get to king difficulty, but it is the highest difficulty. Maybe they'll rename it or rework it or something at some point in the future. But as of right now, once you get the king, then it starts adding up We're going to use the, hold on, double the attack speed of our Citadel. Let's take the eyeglasses as it gives our Citadel a crit chance, which otherwise it just has a 0% crit chance. And let's use the wild card on the... Let's use it on the farm for now, I think. Just that way we're throwing 4 warlocks in the pile every turn. I think that's going to be pretty good right now. Whatever we use it on would be good. But I feel like with the temples, the blacksmith gets a little less value from it. We have 96 gold. Let's overclock this bad boy. And so I wasn't too worried about... Like, it might be better to sell the blacksmith and throw that into their library at this point. Just to try and take advantage of our bonuses as the king of spells, to having that extra percentage chance that we slotted into at getting the stacks we want. Baby Boone failed. Surprise, surprise. All right. Throw down one of these. So you can see there, the temples delivered a 10% bonus HP to the warlocks. Which again, might not seem like much. They're at 48 health. But the longer this goes, the higher that's going to become. And you're going to be probably a little bit shocked at just how significant it becomes. Oh, I think we nailed it. We might not have like our kingdom tiles exactly perfect, but the King of Nothing is no shot versus at this point. Wrecked. All right, so we wanted steel coat. We have it. I think the scout tower might be kind of the next winning play, but we're going to max out the citadel first if we can. All right, huge 10% bonus damage on everything. That's crazy. So our Citadel officially just passed 500 damage a pop, which is pretty great. All right, let's get these libraries cooking. Hey, we get a new tile. Now we're talking. Yeah. All right, let's grab the corners here. Upgrade the library. So that top tier library, counting the overwork, is going to get 4 shots at rolling, a 55% chance at reapplying the steel coat, which is pretty huge to say the absolute least. Throw down a vault in the corner for now. We might have to rip it out later, but it'll be all right. It's year 20 and I'm feeling pretty dominant. It is shocking how once you figure out what strategy seems to be working for that king, how... All right, hold on. Eyeglasses. Yeah, we'll go to 40%. There we go. 40% chance to crit. Enjoy that. All right, let's overinvest on this bad boy. Remember I said our Citadel hit 500 damage? It just passed 900. Oop, hold on. It passed 1,000. And most of it is not from the 2% from the blacksmith. I think it's that 10% from these temples. I think they actually are like a shockingly large amount of an advantage. Warlocks, we actually have not. Somehow, some way, we have not gotten another warlock card in its year 22. It's a long time. Oh my goodness. It's finally happening. I do not keep in these episodes like all the runs I do at the difficulties. And we'll reroll here, why not? Let's take the wild card. We'll take the blacksmith. I think it's a good tile. Make peace? Nah. Let's get rid of the King of Nature. I don't think I have any of his buildings. Oh, I've got the clone spell, though. Darn. We'll give the blacksmith some love. I wish there was a way to move tiles. I don't keep in the runs all of the runs we do, because some of them are just like we kind of almost get it, but like we just don't. And it's sad. We're like we made a mistake with a tile placement we couldn't quite work around, or we just get ourselves in a position that makes it very difficult, or we just don't get the cards we need, which is most of the time. As I feel like on the higher difficulties, maybe a more skilled player than I could always just get to, you know, around 50, 30, 100, whatever it is. But for me, I feel like on the way towards the higher difficulties, I start to figure out, there's clone, that's huge. And we've got the money, so we'll grab it. On the way towards the higher difficulty, I start to figure out like what I think is the strategy for this army. The plan here is to clone these temples and place them down. I'd rather put damage dealing towers here if we could, but we might not have that luxury. We might have to just respect the fact that the blacksmith does what it's going to do and just get the temples down. Because again, without the King of Stone, we have no other way to buff the melee other than temples and blacksmiths. So I don't know. Like we haven't done anything wrong, but not to get you off track, I don't put all the runs that we do in a video because it just gets a little kind of silly. Clone you, play you. There we go. Because a lot of the times they just fail in a way that is either like shockingly obvious that like I made a mistake, or it's incredibly just frustrating and upsetting that we don't have the cards we need to make it happen. And there's just not a lot we can do about it. I don't find it... Blacksmith is 3. We'll grab the wild card because I think our farm is maxed. Yeah, we'll grab this. We'll put it on the library. And hey, we get a tile. Perfect. Awesome. Love to have a free tile. We will again grab the corner. We'll wild card the library. And we'll just steamroll the highest difficulty here at King. Nice. And yes, I understand there's additional king levels after king level 0, if we want to call it that. Yes, okay, it's not the highest difficulty. It could be king level 7, king level 8, king level 9, king level 10. They play the same as king level 0, okay? They're just the highest difficulty. My goodness. Okay, we were officially here on round 29. And do we... Hey, that's our 3rd warlock card. Awesome. Get them at full strength. Okay, double the attack speed of our citadel. Or increase the... No, double the attack speed of our citadel or double the maximum HP of our troops. So right now our citadel does all the damage. So we're going to double the attack speed of that bad boy. Easy decision. All right, get the warlocks to their 3rd tier of 3. Some cards I like to see as a way to move a building. Even if moving it like downgrades it a level or costs 2 turns and you can't use it for those 2 turns or something. I still want a way to move a building because sometimes early on we get a building we like place and then... You know, my only real way to move these temples are to get a card to destroy them and then destroy them. And I don't really want to do that. We could though. Totally a thing we could do. But I do not want to do that. Please do me a favor. If you like this video, please click like. YouTube channel members and the Patreon. I don't know why it's not letting me click this. What in the world? Oh, because I'm not dragging it onto the wishing well. I'm throwing it on the bank, the vault, whatever. Listen, if you like this video, click like. YouTube channel members and the Patreon to support what I do. I'm Vadd, and I will see you in the next one. I think we're definitely going to win this round. There's a playlist with more of the Kings if you want to see more 9 Kings action here in Early Access. All that being said, we are going to move this run into whatever the natural conclusion is. So we're going to get to the final year. We're going to pat ourselves on the back. We did it on the King difficulty. And then we're going to see how far we can get with the strategy that successfully got us here and got us through this difficulty. I think that's fun. I think that's cool. And I think we'll probably see like the scout tower here. We get a scout tower here off of this blacksmith. And then we could get this. I've got this attack speed tower. We could then get in this corner here. And that would just be really nice. But I don't want to lose those temples. I want to move them. All right. Yeah, this beacon. All right. The King of Nothing is leading his final assault. We must play all of our cards. Yeah, sucks to suck. We will go ahead and throw this down and tell you to shred it later. But this beacon, we could just be stacking up. We have no tiles left either, by the way. It is really tough to get additional tiles. As without the King of Stone in the game, I think he's the only one that has additional tile cards in his deck. All right, this dude's about to get absolutely deleted. Your kingdom has thrived. Awesome. Let's keep it pushing. Let's continue playing, okay? And we'll see how things unfold. We'll see how far we can get. So the fun thing is that now we're going to be able to just buy the tiles. I feel like this could always be a thing. I don't feel like it's... I don't feel like it destroys the game too much to allow this to exist. But I don't think we could do all of them just yet. We can do a good number, though. Yeah, not all of them. That's all right. And we could get another farm down here. And maybe run the library on a second troop. It's not our worst idea. Might not be our best idea, but it's definitely not our worst idea. And again, we did not get the king we need to try and get plots of land. Interesting. All right, destroy target to receive 3 random tome cards. We'll take that. We'll take that action. Get rid of this tower. We got the overinvest. Of course we did. Oh my goodness. Let's throw down archers and hit him with the overhaul to get 2 random upgrades. I think it hit this farm and one of these temples. Cool, cool. And then we will wildcard. We'll wildcard the bank, the vault, whatever. Get some money coming in. I don't think our setup is optimal enough to long-term really win the game. I think we can definitely clear around 50, but I think somewhere in between like 55 and 85, it's over. Like somewhere in that gap. I think our tiles just aren't quite optimal enough. I don't feel like we've snowballed hard enough, and I think we are going to lose because of that. All right, double on enchantments. Let's see what we're doing on enchantments. We're at 89. I'd like to get a little higher. We'll use a free reroll here. Here we go. That was our last free reroll. We'll do one more time. And we'll take Eyeglass. So every tower has a 60% chance to crit. Base 60% chance. We'll take that action. That's not bad. And we can then overinvest in our damage tower and see if we can't get it done. Hypothetically, we get to 100% crit. That'd be crazy, huh? Every hit's a crit. Nice. Yeah, deleted. We should probably go library. I just don't have a good spot to put it just now. So we'll throw down that procreate. We have 149 warlocks in there. Oh no, 150. We hit 153. Nice. Awesome. Awesome. I just think it puts some perspective on how strong this strategy is as things are right now. Ooh, do we go thieves? I do like thieves to dive that back line. Ooh. Oh, okay. We can go thieves. I don't know how well they're going to do. Probably like 0% for the next 20 years. But yeah, they didn't even get in the fight. Sucks to suck, man. All right. I think we grab the shrine. I think we can do good work with the shrine. And we leave. I think that's plenty good. So what the shrine does is it is going to spend our money to upgrade our buildings. And we'll throw it down over here. No, that's not very good use of our space. We'll drop it over here. We already have that insanity. And then we're going to upgrade it. So currently it spends 9 gold. We'll upgrade it to the second tier. It'll spend 6. And then the third tier will spend 3. And then the vault brings in, 9 gold. So it's going to even out with that vault and the shrine. All of our buildings are going to get maxed out without us doing anything. And we can just focus on managing our tiles. And mostly we need more clone cards to get more temples or wild cards to get that shrine maxed out. Whoops. There it is. So every turn we gain 12 gold from the vault. And then the shrine spends 3 gold to upgrade 1 random building. And so we're in the positive 9 gold. Yeah, these poor assassins are just struggling to get in the back line. What have we got going on here? Do we go more warlocks? I don't think so. They are their third tier of 3. Spire offering. We'll see how it shakes out. We'll make peace with... I don't even know what these guys do. Sure, King agreed. Why not? So we're at war with King of nothing, the King of the Forest, and the King of the Magic or whatever. For the minute, let's just spend our gold on getting these tiles. And we're going to dump the Spire. I think it's just a little too underpowered at this point. There's a little skull symbol here. Enemies are going to get stronger as we get closer to that little skull symbol. All right, that was a quick round. Grab the farm. Don't need it. Don't worry about it. There we go. Here we go. All right, all right, all right. Enemies are getting stronger now. Clone the selected card. Perfect. So with the clone, we can try and move some of these temples. It's going to be a bit obnoxious. Let's maybe get this one out of the way first. I think a good spot to throw it down is actually going to be right here. Yep. Awesome. So many buffs. Yeah, I think we're at the point where the only thing of value are more temples. Because, darn, these... Maybe there's a few things of value, but we just need to get more... Okay, look. We have 51 thieves here, and they're not clearing 1,000 damage. I think that round they did 0. I don't even think they're dying. They're just a new king. All right, same kings, whatever. It's not even that they're dying. They're just plain and simple not doing more. They're just not valuable enough. We should get rid of them. I like a way to get rid of things when we get into this kind of late game mode, just like we can spend gold to buy tiles. I like to be able to move things, or I'd like to be able to... What do you call it? Oh my goodness. Or I'd like to be able to sell what I built there. You know, a significant cost. Make it like 100 coins. Make it like crazy expensive. Because I guess if they gave us, the developers gave us everything I've asked for at this point, it would make the game just absurdly easy. Because it would just take away basically any raw strategy. All right, overwork. Cool. Because we weren't strong enough already. Well, boy. Hey, the assassins finally cleared 1,000 damage. It only took 64 of them. Start coming online. Oh my goodness. This is going to get crazy. All right, there it is. The big year 50. We've got all the tiles unlocked. And we basically probably spend the next 10 to 20 rounds just throwing things out. If we can keep getting temples down, I think we can clear around 100. I just don't know if we can do that. Because right now, the only two ways for us to do it is to get that clone spell, which I think comes from the King of Nature here. Not 100%, but I think so. We're going to reroll once. Yeah, the clone, there it is. Destroy random tile. Perfect. And leave. All right. So we're going to go ahead and clone one of these bad boys. And throw it down. Boom. And we're going to get rid of this offering tab. Boom. Hey, the earthworks. We finally got it from the stone deck. Oh my goodness. Give us 3 farms. Of course it did. So it's a gamble, right? What it's going to give you. I love that. If you had multiple copies in your hand of something somehow, you could use it for like a star upgrade, like a little more better thing. It could give you destroy the... We'll see if we can get a little lucky with it. We'll get at least somewhere between 0 and 3. We got 1. That's fine. We'll clone it. There we go. Have another. Yikes. Yikes. Oh my goodness, we're snowballing so hard.
Let's make peace with the King of Progress. Get him out the way. Take his cards out of the shuffle. I mean, if nothing changes, maybe I just cut to round 98 to go. Hope we win. I don't know. Like, I'm always kind of worried that like the next round we lose or something, but I don't know. I'm feeling pretty dominant. That is insane. All right, chaos has increased. Enemies are officially stronger here at year 55. I don't think it's going to matter. Here we go. Let's see how much stronger they are. I think we've outscaled the 50s. As you can see, my support buildings are really just delivering the support we need to put an absolute smackdown on opposing forces. Mercy. I think we're at the point maybe we should get rid of the blacksmith. As maybe the blacksmith is not better. Than all these temples we have online. Or maybe we go library where the blacksmith is. But I think we ditch the blacksmith. So the blacksmith currently does a 2% bump guaranteed to damage on everybody. So it's tough. Let's just get the bombers. Why not? We never use these guys. Let's not talk about it, okay? They can live here. Maybe we'll even give them a farm. I don't know. If we get a farm, we'll farm them. Why not? We're nerfing ourselves by building these guys. I think they just explode, but good luck. They're going to try and blow themselves up, but I don't think they can do it, man. I just don't think they can do it. Here we go. I don't think they're fast enough. Yeah, 0 damage. You're not faster than the lightning, boy. My goodness. Grab that library. Hey, here we go. Okay. Hey, eyeglasses. All your units have a base 20% bonus. So our citadel here has a 80% chance to crit. What are the odds? I mean, what are the odds they crit? Pretty good, right? Yeah, pretty good. All right, we'll throw a farm on these guys if we can. We'll get some crazy bombers running in here, see what they can do. I don't think they do a whole lot, but maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe the bombers have some moves. And 0 damage, still not faster than lightning. Maybe if we get enough of them down, they're gonna be able to do something. Who needs an upgrade? Nobody. Yeah, that's right. We're throwing away wild cards. It's that unhinged right now. We got a shop coming up, a merchant, couple of rounds here, and just after the merchant, it's looking like we've got a diplomat and chaos. So getting pretty close to troops getting stronger. Moment of truth. Yeah, the bombers have still yet to get anyone. It's okay. They're trying, you know. They're trying. Ooh, the offering. Do we get rid of the blacksmith? Ooh, boy. Very tempting. Put down another library to try and stack up more. I don't know. I think we do. I think it's probably the better play. All right, little bomber dudes. This could be their round. Nope. Never mind. Too slow. So we're really hoping to get a clone. There we go. Awesome. Library, cemetery. Darn. I was hoping for a way to get our hands on. Whoop. There we go. So we can get rid of this and get a library at tier 3 right now. I don't know. That's the moral to the story. I don't know. I'm just kind of curious if the bombers can ever get a kill. You know, like odds are really low at this point. And they're just sucking buffs from other towers. Which sucks. I think we get rid of, hey, they got some damage. Nice. Look at that. And there's a farm. All right, we'll let them have their day in the sun. We'll see how they can do. We'll see what they can get done. We got like 18 of them. Maybe we'll get like a stack of 100, see if they can do some big booms. I don't know. Here we go. 375 damage. Yeah, they're really getting it done. That's really our only options, huh? Bummer. Because I think only the King of Blood had a way to get rid of tiles. Hey, the Bombers almost did 10k that round. It's crazy. I mean, they're trying, you know, they're trying. There are, how many of them in that stack? 26 of them. They've got 274 damage, so, you know, they blow it up. 80% chance to crit, nothing to scoff at. And after this round, Chaos, enemies grow stronger. Awesome. Nailed it. King of Spells is leading his final assault. You must play all of your cards. I'd rather not, but okay. I'll do it. I'll do it. Don't think I won't. I'll do it. Got him. And everybody else is getting pitched except for you. Free upgrades. Hey. They're distracting from the temples upgrading the 2 buildings that already have the upgrades. Oh, what was that guy? I did not see that boss guy before. He was cool. All right, it's time. We are going to get rid of the blacksmith here and put down another library. Yikes. He's done so good for so long. Hey, we got clone spells. No way. Dude. And an overinvest. We can overinvest in our citadel. Oh my goodness. We're clearing around 100. I think we've cracked the code. This is insane. Wow. I mean, just wow. Let's, whatever. Hey, wage war versus the King of Stone. A little too late though, dude, but whatever. It's cool. Welcome to the fight. I think he brings those Trebuchet Ballista Scorpion guys, right? Brings an absolute smackdown on us. I am going to break the fourth wall here. I'm going to peel back the curtain on the Magician's Code. I hope everyone is prepared. Just delete it. There it is. 2% to all towers. Yeah. Too little, too late. All right. We overinvest here. Boom. Here it comes. I'm going to reveal a secret. Okay. On YouTube, if your title is more sensational, you generally get more clicks and more views and more people watching. And I'm not super interested in... Hold on. This one, perfect. Oh, hold on. Nope. Poison Thorns is good, but no. Also no. Last reroll. Double the attack speed of your citadel. Perfect. I am you can look through the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 years and a couple thousand videos across the channels. Long history of I just post the most raw titles of this is what the video is. That being said, I witnessed something. I saw somebody posted a video. I don't know who they were. It just got recommended because I was looking up. Stuff for whatever this is, Nine Kings. And someone posted like this super sweet thumbnail, this giant glowing army, and their title was, I got the God run in Nine Kings. And I was like, awesome. I want to see how sweet that run is. That's going to be so cool to watch. You're going to tell me they got the God run? They got like the perfect run? I was hyped beyond belief to click it. And I was so disappointed at the end. I'll tell you why. It's very simple. They got the most average, basic, regular run you've ever seen. It's just that simple. I mean, there is just nothing to it. All right. Earthwork. Unlock targets on adjacent plots and return to your hand up to 3 copies of the card. So, we can get somewhere between 0 and 3 temples. Let's see what we get. Hey, temples. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Stone King. He's like, hey, no problem. Nailed it. Oh my goodness. It's happening. This is the God run. I don't know. I just feel like everything came together so good here. I'm happy. Oh. Nope. Here's the thing though, right? They had not only the most average run possible, they also just seemed to not really add a lot of value to their run, right? Like, there were just tiles they could, I felt like, with my limited understanding of Nine Kings, I was like, I feel like that could have been done better. So not only was it just kind of a regular run, but man, those ballistas have to go. We got to get rid of this king guy. We're going to make him peace with this guy. He is way too dangerous to let live. Those ballistas not only, like, we're going to lose the run of those ballistas. They're going to just murk our entire army. 1 shot, 1 kill, big hit, big crit, and we're going to regret it forever. Wow. Hey, leave a comment. How far do we go with this? What's your best guess? If you had a guess, right? How far can we go with this? Make peace. We've got to get rid of the King of Stone. Dude is way too dangerous with those ballistas. He is going to get us killed, okay? Well, I think I've perfected things. I don't know. Like, we can fill out the rest of the tiles, but there you go. There you have it. By the way, both my Citadel hit for 2.15 E plus 9, as did my Warlocks. They hit for 2.15 E plus 9. And to be clear, my Warlocks here have 264 instances of Steel Coat, which means there are currently 352 Warlocks that each individually need to be hit 268 times, and then they start taking damage. And currently they have health 4.49 E plus 9. And I got to tell you, the truth is, as soon as you start to use, what do they call them? Imaginary numbers in math, I was like, I don't like this. I like the real numbers. As soon as someone's like, all right, we're going to introduce some imaginary numbers to make the formulas work to blah, blah, blah. You know what? This is not the God run because we lost 1 health bar at some point. We only have 2 lives left. We made some critical error in judgment. This is probably just like, I guess the demigod run just below the gods. I don't know, man. All right. Enemies are about to scale up tougher. We'll see how much tougher they are. Here we go. Hey, they actually are damaging us and slowing down our armies. Just want to be very clear here. They are damaging our troops. Okay, we don't need this. Boop. Hey, we got a clone. Love it. Love that. Awesome. We needed one of these. Thank you. Overinvest? I would. Procreate? I wouldn't. Let's not talk about it. Listen, see, real talk here. I mean, 2 out of 3 lives. It must not be the God run. It was my mistake. Darn. It's moments like these. I'm like, ooh, hope this isn't a long video. And like, I get to edit and I'm like, oh, that was 9 hours of recording. I'm going to be tired tomorrow. And like, the sun is rising and I'm like, mercy. Oh my goodness. They're damaging my troops. What's wrong with these guys, man? Where's my clone? Give me the clone. Ha ha!
All right. Here we go. Cloning temple. Building temple. Yay. Maybe it gets to a point where we just can't do more damage than 2.15 E plus 9. Like maybe the opposing team's health bar doesn't get bigger than whatever that is. Because we're doing that damage every single time. Should have a wild card in here. Yeah. There's nothing to upgrade. Okay. We won't do it then. Keep your upgrades. Round 80. I don't think I've cleared round 100 yet. And I didn't think I'd do it here with the King of Spells. I actually didn't really plan on doing it, but here we are. I am going to change nothing in my strategy until we lose, because this seems to be working. But things I am tempted to... Oh, hold on. Eyeglasses. We've done it. That's right. We have a raw 100% chance to crit. There it is on the Citadel, 100% crit chance. So if you're wondering, every single hit is a critical hit. I assume that means more damage. I don't know how much more. Double, 1.25, 1.15. I don't know. But everybody has a flat 100% critical hit chance. Anything we can upgrade? Let's see. No. Okay. So we're here in round 81. I have no plans to change anything in the strategy. Things we might change... We might add on. So we're at 300 stacks of steel coat. Maybe we're getting some diminishing returns at that point. And maybe we should switch out a library for a forest, which gives them more health points. But their health is 3.27 E plus 11. So it's big, real big. I couldn't tell you exactly how many. We didn't lose a single troop in that round if you were. All right. Where's my clone spell? Ha-ha! And they had that forest in there too. Awesome. Thank you. I think next up is we pitch the shrine and we pitch the vault. And I think that's the end. Oh my goodness, it's working. Yeah, that's my big plan. Okay, for anyone that's like, what's he going to do for the next 150 rounds? I don't know, but here's my plan, okay? I'm going to pitch the vault. I'm going to pitch the shrine. Vault first and get the... I feel like vampirism might not be bad. Like maybe it's time to put down another buff on these warlocks because we're getting diminishing returns. But I do not know, right? But we're going to, I think, with vampirism. We'll hold on to it for a little. But here's the big plan. We're going to pitch the vault because we don't really have anything to spend gold on and put down another temple. Okay? And then... we'll hang around until we can pitch the shrine and put down another temple. And that one's going to be tough to level up because we'll have to get 2 more or wild cards or something. And we'll see how far we can take it. And I will check back in with everyone. I don't know, maybe as we get close to around 100 because we're not seeing any variation of the armies. It is an early access game. I know I've said that a few times, but I really do want to emphasize that. What have we got here? Nothing. Cool. I do want to emphasize that it's not a finished product, so we don't want to be too like judgmental of like, oh my goodness, there's no variation in armies. It's round 84, you Neanderthal. Like you've finished it. We've pushed into like no man's land. There's even a big warning. Hey, things might get a little wacky. You know, like, oh, okay. So I will see you at, I don't know, around 98 if things go well. And the only thing where we're currently planning on changing at this moment is just trying to get more of the temples and potentially considering putting another buff on the warlocks. I think that would be our best bet. It is the beginning of round 91 and we have finished our domination here. Oh my goodness. I don't know what would make this stronger. If you know how to improve this, let me know. I'd be kind of curious. But I think this is just as good as it gets. If anything, this has got to get nerfed. Again, we're not being critical, okay? We want to give, oh, hold on.
we can double the attack speed of our Citadel's lightning bolts. Let's just double critical damage because we have a 100% chance to crit, okay? That seems good, all right? Don't worry about it. Where was I? We're not going to be super critical, and not a finished project. But I do think one thing that stands out to me in its current state, here in Nine Kings, I don't feel like the units have as much synergy as I want them to. Right? I've tried really hard to build like a frontline unit, a backline unit, but this type of thing seems so much more effective. It's going to be really hard now that I know how to build this and can replicate it, not to just go for this, not to just re-roll runs when I don't quite get this set up the way I want it. I mean, that is going to be genuinely a challenge. I also think on that select card screen, if you know what you have going on, I want to be able to left click to take the card and right click to just auto throw it in the well. And it needs to be a setting you can toggle on and off so that no one like loses their mind with it. But I do think that Nine Kings is a really tight game kind of in those first 34 rounds, but it's pretty clear here as we push further on that it just, like, should we go forest and just start stacking? Should we lose a library? We currently have 308. I mean, we just have so much health. I don't know, man. We can do anything. Like, we've got this stuff, you know? But I do think as things go later on, I think it's really tough to... Why would we not just buff up one unit? We have lots of good towers that can buff them beyond what is on screen right now, just in general support towers. And we have limited space, which means it's basically always better to buff up a tower, right? Question mark. Do we take static that lightning chains deal +1 damage and 1 chain per stack? Like, is it time to start? We have 396. I wanted to get the 500, but I'm very tempted to... I thought 500 seems like a good number to start throwing on another stack on top of there. On one hand, I appreciate that the developers have created a game that lets you build this insanity. Because this is insane. On the other hand... We're on round 98 here. On the other hand, it's those first 10 rounds, those first 15, those first 20, those first 25, where you struggle that I have the most fun. But as we've started to snowball like this is less fun for me. I don't really enjoy breaking games. I just like to have as much fun with them as I can. And oftentimes breaking them isn't my favorite thing. This feels like we cheated and we didn't. We just used the systems that are already here to their fullest. All right, the King of Nature is leading his final assault. We are going to nerf this run around 100. I'm just not going to sit here for 6 more hours as we crash through things. I'm going to turn the game speed down to 1 just so we can see how it handles this, so you can kind of maybe see the action. Oh, we have to use everything. That's right. Okay. We've used everything. Year 99. And there it is. Everybody's super buff. You love to see it. I'm absolutely positive you can use this exact same strategy with probably just about all the kings. As long as you can figure out how to get a library down, start buffing things up, get a farm down. Like, it's a little tricky to get into, but once you get a couple of these tiles you need, I feel really confident I could replicate this. Hey, it's Broccoli Champion Boy. Big Broccoli's here to brawl. That was at the slowest game speed. We did not lose a single troop at 476 troops. Congratulations on surviving 99 years. You are truly the king of kings. We never expected you to make it this far, but you've clearly found the perfect strategy to break the game. There are many other difficult levels to play, and we suggest claiming your winnings now. However, if you wish to continue playing this run, we won't stop you. But be warned, crashes and bugs are very likely from this point forward. Although, we'll keep working on improving things during development. Congratulations on your victory, and thank you for playing Nine Kings. We have 2 options. We can say, silence, I shall reign forever, or end run. I am so happy with this ending, and I really appreciate developers putting this into things. This like brings me a lot of joy that they recognize, like, hey, you did something kind of crazy we didn't think you could, and this is cool. Like, pat yourself on the back. Hey, it just doesn't get better from here. Like, just don't do this to yourself. Thank you very much, Nine King devs. I really appreciate that. If you like this video, click like. YouTube channel members and the Patreon to support what I do. I'm Vadd, and I will see you in the next one. And hey, there's more Nine Kings and a Nine Kings playlist if you want to see some of the other kings that are currently available.